members of the Pride, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Well, a few things have happened since the last episode. I did quite a bit of work on the main bus, and I've been doing a little bit of rearranging of the area. Not much, just very little, mostly just to accommodate the main bus. But I also came across this little thing right here. Now, I always looked over here and went, oh, this is raw quartz. I don't really care about raw quartz. Apparently it's not raw quartz. It's SAM ore? What is SAM ore? I have no idea. So I am going to go ahead and mine this up real quick and see if perhaps we can add this to the research thing, or if it's one of the many things that haven't been implemented yet. Let's see. Let me come up here real quick because we also have some research that we need to look into. So there we go. The purple slug is complete. What's the purple slug do?
The crystals on this slug can be harvested and converted into 5 powered cards that function with current fix-it technology.
Wow.
Several buildings would be capable of performing over 100% capacity if infused. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 3.
Wow. Okay. We don't currently have... I don't think I have another hard drive, but we do have this supercomputer. What do I need for the supercomputer? I need to actually make a supercomputer. Okay. Well, I don't have the ability to make a supercomputer, I don't think. And let's see, do I have another hard drive? I do not, but I do have slugs. But I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing a little rearranging of assets when it came to the power shards. Sorry, spring has sprung. But anyway, yeah, I've been, I guess for now, it's not coming up as a research thing. Is there a thing coming up here? I don't see anything, so I guess for now we'll just put this into. Oh, no. This isn't the chest. It's not that. Is it this one? It's this one. So it goes into. Oops. Into here with the rest of the stuff that currently we don't have a use for, or we're unable to utilize in any particular way that I know of. I've got all this stuff on me, and I kept meaning to do something about it. Let me come over here and dump off some of this. I don't need quite all this stuff here. Oh, and I guess I should put away this carapace too. But there's some other things have also happened, and we need to address real quick. Excuse me, it's an allergy day for me, so I apologize. But since we have spent all this time, as you can see, the primary main bus is complete. It is entirely wrapped around the existing second floor. I haven't added anything to it yet, but the area itself is complete for now. The nice thing about this particular design is that if I need to, I can come over here. I can unhook one section of these and basically just expand out this direction if I want to, or this direction, or this direction, or even for that matter that direction if I wanted to. Yeah, we're set up pretty good here. Now, I wanted to, let's see, can I hop down from here? I'll bet you I can. I'm gonna get hurt. Ow. As you recall, we are waiting on a bunch of modular frames, and since we had all that time to work on that up there, this thing's been cranking out modular frames the entire time. So we should have plenty to be able to go with from here. Let's see, so we had 100 and something. Let's, what do we need? 500 of these? So, tell you what, let's just take all and let's just start dumping modular frames into this and see what happens. Alright, there, and boop, 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 and 500. Alright, so let's seal the crate. And send it! Alright, let's watch it. Oh, get back here. Nice. I like that animation. Alright, so what is the next thing we have? Oh, unavailable in early access. Oh! Okay, so I guess we have gone as far as we can with that. So that should have opened up Tier 5... Whoa. Tier 5 and Tier 6. So we're going to bounce over and see what Tier 5 and Tier... Hello? Why is it stopping? See what Tier 5 and Tier 6 opened for us. And then we're going to... Once we discover what the new stuff is, we're going to start adding our materials to our main bus, because as you can see right now, there's nothing going on the main bus. We need to hook up everything to the main bus in order for it to work. So let's see what new and interesting things we have. Oh, I have tier... I didn't realize I had alternate stuff that I needed to do, or that I could do. Alternate Caterium wire. And then heavy modular frame. Oh, okay, so these are just alternates to over... Well, anyway, let's take a look at Tier 5. Oil processing. How interesting. So I can probably... Yeah, now I can scan for crude oil, plastic, fuel, rubber, and circuit boards. Industrial manufacturing. The manufacturer, the truck. 48 slot inventory has a built-in craft bench. Can be automated to pick up and deliver. What's the difference between the truck and the tractor? Maybe just a larger inventory, possibly. The computer. Very cool. And then Caterium Electronics. Smart splitter! Ooh! Ooh! Oh, that's gonna come in really handy. Ooh! Okay. Then the AI limiter. I'm not sure what that's about. Supercomputer. High-speed connector. Nice. And then Tier 6. Oh, that is Tier 6. Oh, wait, no. This is Tier 6. Expanded power structure. The fuel generator. The conveyor belt Mark IV. The jetpack. Gas mask. There you go. There's your. Okay, and these require a lot. Obviously, I think the next thing we need to work on is probably the oil processing. And it looks like this might even be doable. But what can we do right now that's not going to require me to do a whole bunch of stuff here? I tell you what. Let's do oil processing. Let's set that milestone. Because I don't think I want to start working on this right now yet anyway. But we'll go ahead. I don't have any motors on me right now. Is it? Yes. Let's put that on there and put that in there. And looks like I need a bunch of wire, some motors, and the rest of the modular frames. But we're not going to mess with that right this moment. I am curious, what is anything been unlocked here yet? No, because we have to do the other. But what we're... Come on, timer. What we need to do today is start hooking up our stuff here into the whole main bus. So, today we're going to be basically going through and doing that, because this main bus isn't going to be very useful if we don't actually hook anything to it. So, what are we going to be hooking into? I had thought that perhaps I might want to do just the regular iron ingots and relocate just the base level stuff into the bus, but I decided I don't want to do that. And I'm going to start putting finished products up there, like iron rods, the screws, and other things of that nature. So that's going to mean basically that we're going to have to shut down production of all these, relocate it up here, and start basically directing all of my production down here to the main bus up there. So we may as well start dismantling all this right here and just get moving on this, because we've got quite a bit of work to do in order to get all of this redirected upstairs. And at the moment, my plan for this is somewhat limited. Ooh, is it getting dark? Yeah, it's getting a little dark. My overall plan for this is kind of limited. I intend to kind of play this part a little bit by ear. I know what my overall goal is basically just relocate upstairs. But otherwise, I'm not entirely sure how I want the layout to be. Okay, and all I know for sure off my head is we're going to need to build what is referred to as an elevator. It's not an actual like elevator like you see in buildings and that sort of thing. These elevators are basically conveyor belt elevators that take you from either above or below to above or above to below, and we're going to be working on that today. And oh, you know, I should probably dump off some of this stuff. I've got all this storage over here, and of course I've got my storage above. Oh my goodness! All right, I forget that this has been running the whole time. Yeah, it's starting to fill up. Okay, let's just dump all of that into here, because right now we're just dismantling things, so it's not going to do me much good to. You know what? Why don't we? I've got all this stuff. Why don't I just put it here, and I'll just place all this stuff here. And I can just come collect it later once I start building the elevator going up. Should I just store all? I don't really want to store all because I'm gonna need some of this. Grab. Oh, geez. I should put that into the thing anyway. Put that there. And you know, I'm gonna be dismantling all that stuff anyway. Let me go upstairs and put these shards with the rest of the shards. Oh, wait, not this one. Over here. Many shards. Okay. I forgot. When I'm dismantling the when I'm dismantling these, I forget that I'm also I'm dismantling the whole the whole setup to it. Okay. Now this, yeah, these are. I'm gonna want to dismantle these anyway and get these reset up for a different thing anyway. We're gonna switch this to alternate screw. And we're just gonna get rid of that and get rid of that. Whoop. And switch this to alternate screw. And dismantle that. Dismantle that. And so what the plan... Okay, so this is our power going out to there, so we do not want to shut down... We don't want to get rid of that one. Because that power is what's currently powering everything, so we need to be a little careful of that. That's our... What is this? This is screw storage. Is this our extra screw storage? Yeah, this is the extra screw storage, so... It's like, I'm having to remember what everything does. Let's see, this is also extra screw storage. Eventually, this is all going to get routed upstairs, but for now, we can go ahead and leave it as it currently is. It will save on some inventory space, but all this gets to go away. And eventually it's going to get rerouted anyway, because all of this is not going to stay where it is. I need to reroute it so that I can elevate it upstairs. So for now, though... Alright, this was the... Yeah, okay, this is the iron rod to screw, right? Yeah, these are the screw. Yeah, alternate screw. And this is iron rod to screw. And we just want... do I actually need more than that? Well, you know, yeah, I do, because we do use a lot of screws. So we'll just switch this over to the new recipe, and we'll just get rid of all this here. This all goes into there. I'm gonna have to reroute so much of this. It's just because it's just not gonna work. The new setup here is a bit too yucky, and it's gonna need to get rerouted into something a bit more conducive to the new design. And I realized that this episode is pretty much going to be like just reintroducing everything that we have been doing before into the new setup. But you know, sometimes that's what we do. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is being converted into that area. So get rid of this, get rid of that. Get rid of those and remove that. This one's also the, yeah, this is also the iron rod to screw. So we'll get rid of this and all of these. All right, and then we've got all those, which are no big deal. We can hold off on that for now. Alright, so that should put us down to our basic bare bones of plates and rods. Oop. And, oh. Well, and screws, but those can currently just stay as they are. Yeah, that's right, because I have 1 for rods, 1 for plates, and then 4 for screws because of the number of screws that we, the amount of screws that we currently, we use. We just use so many of them. Everything else can currently stay as it is, and we don't need to unduly worry about that. Okay, so the next thing we need to work on is an elevator system. Now, I've never done an elevator system. I guess we can get rid of this. I've never done an elevator system, but I know the general idea of how it's supposed to be done, what the premise of it is. Okay, so if we were to run an elevator up through there, okay, so I need to remember how to do this. Okay, I believe it's like this, this, and this. And if we were to run, for example, a line to here, then we would, let's see, it would be going up and we would alternate. Okay, so, sorry, I've never done this before, so we're going to be experimenting a bit. Doggone it, timer. Stop doing things. Okay, whoop, there. Am I... Oh, I can't afford. Because I don't have any concrete or things, because I just got rid of it all. Because I are not planning correctly. Let's... Concrete. Alright, let's grab out, like, a couple of stacks of concrete. And let me grab out some plates. I should have plenty of rods. I would have thought I'd have more plates, but apparently I don't. And I think I'm going to need to increase my iron plate production. This is not creating as many as I thought it would. If anything, I thought the iron plate would be outstripping the iron rods, but I guess I was incorrect. Okay, back to, whoops, to this. So we want to stack all the way up, and so we're going to need to remove that. Oh, that's directly above the bus. Okay, I can't have directly above the bus. That's not cool. Okay. Again, this is where we get to we get to pretend a little bit and try to figure out how we're going to get this exactly set up. And I may have to do some of this off camera. Well, but you know what? Tell you what. Let me at least give you an idea of what it is I'm setting up here. So when I do the off camera work, you guys can see what it is I'm trying to accomplish here. And I'll just end up having to take this all down later. And put it to there. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, and let me just start off by saying this is not my design. I looked this up. I've never done anything like this before, so I really don't know entirely what I'm doing. So I cannot take credit for this build. I am. Let's see, is it, come on, there we go, and yeah, like this, and then like that, and then there to there. I've never done this before, so I'm gonna be messing this up a bit. From there to there. I wonder if perhaps I might be able to spread this out in order to do that, but it looks like the angle would be too steep. I'd have to spread that out a bit. But this isn't an awful design. All right, and from there to the, oop, stop that. There, and from there to there. And so you kind of get the idea of what we're looking at here. It's basically just a compact elevator system that goes up. And the cool thing about this is that if I want to, I can do this, and I can, oops, go to here, and like this, and oh, no, I can't. So what am I doing wrong? I guess I was incorrect. I thought the setup I was looking at, I thought could. Am I doing this wrong? Oh, I know. Oh, no. I know what I'm doing wrong. Again, new to this, don't know what I'm doing. I forget you have to approach it from the other side. So in this particular case, it would be from here. I wouldn't be going around this way. I have to approach it from this direction. So what if we go like over here and then here to, oh, okay, maybe to here. And obviously I'd have to make this neater, but there we go. Okay, now if I approach it from the other side, it would be there to there. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, and then see how it works? You basically would just staircase your way up there all the way to the top. And it's very cool. I like this elevator system. I have actually seen a couple of different people, a couple of different YouTubers doing it this way. And I thought this was a really cool idea. And it'll give us the ability to be able to just take all of this stuff down here and put it up there so that we can attach it to the bus. And I'll go ahead and turn off the camera real quick. I'll fix this real quick, and I'll put an elevator to the top, and then we'll attach it to the bus, and I'll kind of show you from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, so what I thought was going to end up being a 2-lane elevator actually turned out to be a very effective 4-lane elevator. In fact, I guess maybe perhaps I might even be able to get a 5th one in here. But I'm not entirely sure, but I think I could potentially hook a 5th elevator up into that one right there, and I might be able to, like, basically go along and, like, introduce a 5th belt up there? Possibly? I'm not entirely sure, but this turned out to be a much more effective setup than I thought, and wow, this is very cool. So okay, so now we have these 4 belts. They're all screws, and we need to hook them into this bus right here. And I've decided, just for the heck of it, we're going to hook them into, let's say, like maybe, oh, how about this bottom one right here, just 'cause. So what we're gonna do in this particular case, probably the best thing to do would be create a merger, and let me go like maybe like this, create something like that, and then we want to set these to hook into the, oops, the system as so they're all merging into there. And then from here, we're going to want to run a belt underneath here, and we're going to want, let's see, how about we do a, just for the heck of it, let's do a splitter. Excuse me. Let's see, and we'll just line it up for like that, just to that's it'll do. It'll do. We'll hook up a splitter right there, and then move this down just a little bit and put that. Oh wait, no, I don't want the splitter. That's not what I want. I want the merger on this thing. Merger right there. Oop. And there we go. And merger going that way. So now that we have all 3 of these lines into here, we run it underneath this thing, hook it up, and then hook this into there. This is all running into there, and we can watch it. It is now part of the main bus. And anytime we want to split off, let's say, for example, I wanted I don't know, let's say I'm going to set up an assembler right here. All I have to do is grab my splitter here and say, whoops, I need screws. There we go. Put up the thing here and then grab here, run it directly into the assembler, and you can do that all along this line for as many screws as you feel is, I mean, as well as many assemblers as need screws. And this will just go in a great big circle ad infinitum. It'll go in a big circle until we run out. Now, you know, for if we wanted to add more screws to this, like for example this over here, all I got to do is just the exact same thing. As a matter of fact, if I wanted to, I could even run it directly into there. I believe this is a merger, right? So I should be able to just like grab, for example, this, run it underneath this way, like maybe to, how about to there, and then from there to there, and that should run all that into there, and there you go. It joins everything into the same bus line. And basically all I have to do is if I need to add more to this, if I need to add more screws, I'm assuming that it looks like I can do at least perhaps a 5th belt here. So if I wanted a 5th belt that I can add to this, that would be fine. But I'm basically going to do this same setup all along the line, and let this entire gigantic thing fill up. And I'm also, of course, going to create the maul, so that this is going to be splitting off of the maul. And let's see, are we gonna see it come all the way back around, or is it gonna? I don't know if it'll go fast enough for it to come all the way back around during this episode, because we really got to end the episode. We're kind of coming to the end of it. Yeah, I mean, you guys have the general idea now of the main bus design. You add all of your primary components into the main bus, and then as you need them, you split it off into your assemblers. Or actually, my first project is probably going to be our maul system, because I want to set up a maul where all of these can collect, so that if I need to, like, I can just pull a bunch of stuff off for a project, and I don't have to worry about messing up the main line here. And it looks like, yeah, as I say, I mean, I've got 4 lines of screws going into this. I'm sure this is going to be just fine in terms of how many I'm going to do. And the nice thing about this setup is that I can do it all. I can add it anywhere along the line, so that my Caterium wire that I have way over there, I can simply add it in over there. It doesn't matter. You can add your stuff along anywhere along your bus. Oh, and here we go. And now this is now officially in one long line, and this should actually end up clogging itself up here pretty soon, because yeah, I'm not using any of the screws, so it's going to end up clogging itself up, and that's fine. I don't mind that it's going to end up clogging itself up. I'm going to have to do a little work with this so that I've got something that the screws will actually use. But you see, do you guys have the general idea, the general design? So I'm going to be adding each one of my current components onto the main bus here, and then in the next episode I will start setting up my mall so that we'll be able to pull whatever we need off of that mall for when we're constructing stuff. And yeah, so that's going to do it for this particular episode, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do the liking and the subscribing and the commenting down below. You guys are absolutely the best fans a guy could ever ask for, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, everyone, always remember that anyone can be a mouse that roars, but it takes someone special to be a lion that squeaks. So embrace your inner lion and squeak on! I am so glad this worked out. This is so satisfying.